All right. Well. What's up, everybody? We're getting this popping. Dwellin with Llewellyn. Welcome. Some of you, well, first of all, I'm Llewellyn C. Radford II. Some of you know me as Hollywood Lou. Some people know me as just Lou. Been doing this little, I don't know if we call it a series or my thoughts or what have you, but something that was pressed upon my spirit based on my purpose, and to inspire people, bring souls to Christ, as imperfect as I may be, using the gifts and talents that God blessed me with. And I've been kind of shying away from doing this or moving forward, but I gotta just start. I've been looking for perfection. And some of you caught my joint talk when I got back from Africa, talking a little bit about those things and the dwelling with Llewellyn. Well, here we are, just starting. Prayed about it, moving forward in it. And we'll start with perspective. How we view things. You know, those that don't know, I'm an actor, writer, entertainer, born in Bartow, Florida, raised in Newport News, Virginia. I have a love of humanity. I'm the oldest of 7, father of 2. Friend, brother, peer, colleague, creator, entertainer, inspirer, teacher, rapper, amongst other things. But more than anything, I walk in purpose. My perspective has been that of positivity. And so I don't feel like that we all live in that realm. Some of us choose negative perspectives without even knowing it. Sometimes, you know, perspective can get skewed due to our experiences in life, due to our letdowns, heartbreaks, heartaches, disappointments, anger. They can, these different things, especially on our journeys, can really affect our perspective. However, it's the choice to continue to have a positive perspective despite anything that happens. That's what I've chose to do. Some of you don't know, I did this show, Goats and Lions, during the pandemic, and I would talk to greats and beasts, or those that are working to be greats and beasts, about success, journey, failure, everything in between. Got up to 74 episodes. Check it out, shameless plug. I have like 10 episodes on Spotify. They're all on my Instagram at LlewellynRadford.com. At Llewellyn Radford. LlewellynRadford.com is my website. But how this connects with the perspective is that regardless of anything, I chose to move forward in that space. And there were people that, regardless of what was going on, or despite what was going on at that time, chose to see things a certain way and wanted to inspire through their gifts and talents and continue to press forward, as we all have to do from time to time. Now, hold for the motorcycle. It's gone now. Now, life is a funny way of knocking us down, beating us up. You might lose somebody. You might get your heart broken in love. You might lose a friend. You might think that you were supposed to achieve a certain level of success by a particular time in life. But you can't let that stop you. You got to continue to move forward. People often say you got to choose happiness, choose joy. These are choices. The optimal word is choose. It's the root word choice. You're choosing these things. It's like a football player that gets tackled. He chooses to get back up and keep going. That's life. You got to choose to get back up. Now, ultimately, a football player gets back up because their goal is to score a touchdown. That's forward motion. For you to get to where you're going, you have to have forward motion. For you to have forward motion, despite the negativity that takes place, you have to choose to get back up. For you to choose to get back up, you have to have positive perspective. Your perspective has to be that of I'm going forward no matter what. Nothing will stop me. No matter how rocky, nothing will break me. You know, that's the mindset. I got there's a piece in my book, Dream On Dreamers, a book of inspiration. I say you can't stumble across anything if you're not walking that direction already. How do you expect to get somewhere if you stop moving? How do you expect to accomplish anything if you're not working towards it? Life is going to happen. If you walk around looking at life, woe is me, I can't, I won't, you won't. But that's perspective. You following me? Like, I'm my best example. Everybody knows me. I say that. I moved to Los Angeles, $500, 2 duffel bags, one-way flight, nowhere to live. Didn't even know I was moving, but I knew somewhere inside of me. I've been here 17 years this year. When I got here, I didn't know what was going to happen. I guarantee you, if I was thinking about what was not going to happen, I wouldn't still be here. If every time that something didn't work out, whether it was a job I didn't book, a bill I couldn't pay, a move I couldn't make, an event I couldn't go to, if I would have just let that overcome me, overwhelm me, if I wouldn't have been trusting God and having faith and believing and knowing, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have written a book. I wouldn't have been able to teach a class at UCLA for an enrichment program called the Academy Group. I wouldn't have put up music. I wouldn't have traveled around the world. I performed in Ireland, been on podcasts worldwide, Ireland, Australia, America, obviously. Been in several movies, TV shows, music videos. Been able to speak to different audiences around the globe. Now, I didn't do it. God did it for me. But my perspective hasn't changed. It's forward progress. You can knock me down. You can try to stop me. But what I do know is that you won't. Because God already got the victory. He already told me where I was going. I already know what the end of the story is, and that's me winning. But that's my perspective. Perspective. Because I always talk to my friends and say perspective versus reality. Reality is what's in front of you. Perspective is the choice of how you see it. The word says faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So if your perspective wasn't in line with faith, how could you get to something that others would say is delusional, is not possible? Because God says the impossible is possible. More than that, it's probable. Because before he formed you in your mother's womb, he had plans for you, plans to prosper you. How could he have good things in store for you if you were meant to fail? That right there tells you need to be in alignment. Your perspective needs to be in alignment with what you believe. That's faith working together. Faith without works is dead. You have to work that faith. Well, it starts with what's not just in here, but in here, because as a man thinketh, so is he. It's the word, man. It's real. You know what I'm saying? It's real. Yeah. I think that a lot of times life has a way of taking its toll on people, on us as humans, and we have human moments, and it's okay. We're supposed to feel, you're supposed to go through the thralls of life, but you're supposed to come out on the other side victorious. Can you imagine if when the Red Sea parted, the people that just stayed there, you got to get to the other side somehow. Now, if your perspective is the water's going to close, well, you're going to die. You just going to stay there because people behind you regardless. You know what I'm saying? And that's life, man. That's life. See, sometimes it gets hard and there's people chasing you, but the Lord said he would set a table in front of your enemies. That what the evil, what the devil meant for evil, or the enemy, however you want to put it, but we know who it is, you feel me? Because we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, we wrestle against dark powers and the principles of this world. You know, what the enemy meant for evil, God will work out for our good. If that ain't perspective, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my faith working. Because that's me knowing. That's me believing. You know? My guy Jay-Z said something along the lines about viewing things, your whole perspective is whack. If you don't think you're going to get there, if you don't think you're going to do it, if you don't think it's going to happen, your whole perspective is whack. Choose what you want, where you want to go. Then choose how you're going to get there. But you got to know. You got to know. I've been let down a lot. I failed. I've been hurt. I've hurt. But no matter what, I know. I know. And can't nobody tell me otherwise. Can't nobody tell me it won't, it can't. My perspective hasn't changed. Not today, not ever. Because I know. Love y'all, man. I'll be coming back with more Dwellin with Llewellyn. This has been Llewellyn C. Radford II. Hollywood Lou. Lou. I'm gonna keep telling y'all, man. Dream on dreamers. done.